Hello and a very good morning, good afternoon. Welcome along to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us this Tuesday. You've joined us at a brilliant time as well. It is our masterclass where we're going to be giving you loads of hints, tips, demos and techniques on particular ranges. And actually during this masterclass, I think one particular range which you guys have been absolutely loving, and in my eyes, this is going to be, I think, perhaps more of a sort of a craft class as far as things go, because we're bringing to you the exploding box dies. The first time I'm going to get to see these in the flesh, but if you have ever thought to yourself, when is a box not a box? When it's an exploding box. And what we're going to do for you over the course of this show is take you through pretty much from start to finish as to how you can put one of these amazing boxes together. I'll explain the deal to you in just a second because this is a phenomenal price and you are getting freebies in here too. But let's go over to the lady who's going to be taking us through the next couple of hours. The lovely Debbie Robinson is here and she's got one of the boxes in hand. These are amazing, Debbie, aren't they?
I love, anybody who knows me knows I love a good old exploding box. Something that's really going to give you that wow factor every single time. So many ways you can use them, but we've done all the hard work for you by we're giving you all the mechanics. You just pop it all together and have the fun decorating. How are you going to decorate it? Let's just show you this one, what I'm talking about with this exploding factor. So again, you can see just how beautiful this is looking straight away. I absolutely adore these. All these accessories that you can see here are coming with that deal. So when you open it up, that lovely wow factor when you let me just move my middle box because my middle box dropped out there. Bet everything that you see in here, we've got you covered. And I love these. Honestly, Ben, it's just the fun factor is how are you going to decorate it? What pictures are you going to use? But we've got amazing things in it. I'm just going to try and show you this so that you can see it. So we've got that lovely waterfall mechanism. Thank you, mechanism.
Oh, there's me.
Yeah, look, we personalised this, look. All my favourite men in my life, look. I absolutely love that. But that's that lovely waterfall feature. Then you've got this lovely slide. So I'm going to try and turn these round so that you can see each one. And then look, I just love these. I think they're absolutely fabulous. Me wanting to eat all that cake on our 50th birthday. Absolutely love it. But there's just so many fun ways. And then you can really start to personalise by, adding whatever photos you want in these. And then one of my favourite mechanisms. That's the word. I love this. That's me with that lovely jam there. And again, that lovely twist and pop feature. So what we're going to do with this show, Ben, is take you right back and just go through absolutely every single stage from making your little box inside and what are you going to pop in yours? What are you going to pop in yours? I want to know. Let's get a bit interactive and come and share with us what you're going to be popping into yours. But that actually sits in the middle. Then all of these fold up and everything folds back in to be able to create this lovely, fun box that I'm sure anybody that you give this to will absolutely adore and treasure forever. I absolutely love these.
They are phenomenal, and the deal on this today as well is amazing. You're going to get everything that you need to pop these boxes together, and let me quickly run you through it. A quarter of the stock has already gone here. Look at the saving that you're making, and if you think to yourself, how on earth am I saving all that? I'll tell you for why. You're getting everything that you need as far as your dies are concerned, so you're going to get everything as far as the actual box is concerned, all of the mechanisms included in there as well, the sliders, the waterfall, the twist and pop mechanism. However, what you're not paying for today is everything else. So, for example, if I just very, very quickly show you, you're not paying for the template, which gives you the inner box, the smaller box inside the box. That's coming to you for free. You've then also got on top of that this gorgeous Happy Sentiment stamp collection. You're not paying for that. That is coming to you for free. And then guess what? You've got 2 paper pads with this collection as well. Your contemporary watercolour, I've got to hand right here. 40 pages you've got within this, and again, I love the fact that we're doing this more and more now in our paper pads. You have got 4 pages at the back with loads of beautiful die cut toppers and sentiments which you can use with your boxes as well. And look at all of these lovely, lovely papers that you can use alongside your box too. So that is just one of the paper pads that you're going to get, which is your contemporary watercolour. And then you've also got on top of that, what's my other one called? It is called Traditional Florals as well, which I'll flick through for you in just a few moments time. So all of that is yours for free. That's why the price is so low. $79.95 or $96.79. Platinum members, of course, you can take another 20% off that, $63.96 or $77.57. As I say, I'll go through it in more detail in just a little while, but get your questions in because we're going to be going through this in sort of sections for you so you can see exactly how it all works. So anything that you want to ask at any point during the show, or maybe you've already got this collection and you want to tell us how much you love it, get in touch with us on Facebook, get in touch with us on YouTube, ask those questions, leave those comments, and we will thread them in through the show. Let us know what you're going to put in your box. Great question from Debbie. What's going to go in that box? We want to know. So let's get started. We are very, very excited to see this. And as I say, we're going to go nice and slow for you so you can follow along. Debbie, I guess, are we going to make the frame of the box first of all?
Yes, I thought where we'll start. We're going to start with the main box and the lid. And that is where the main part of this collection comes into effect. So I'll just show you for a second so you can see this. This is the exploding box main concept with the lid included as well. So everything you've got on here is what you need. Now I've already taken 2 pieces mine off because this is going to be what creates the outside of the box, and you'll need to cut this 4 times, but I'll talk about that in a moment. That is your box lid die, so you can see all your dimensions from your tabs to your score lines to your outer cutting parts, and I'll talk you through those in a moment. But then we've got all these fabulous extras. I mean, we don't like waste here at Crafty's Companion, so why waste the metal? We thought we'd make the most out of it by giving you all these decorative pieces that you can use to decorate the tops of your box, the sides of your box, the extra embellishments that you want to add. And then we've got things like tags in there, we've got some florals, and we've also got some lovely little love heart features. Again, these are the extra embellishments. So you can see nothing has gone to waste when it comes to everything that you get with this. And honestly, it's just fantastic. You can see here that lovely love heart die as being used to decorate the outside of the box lid. So again, really fabulous. And can I tell you as well, Ben, which is going to be your Bible until you get to grips on how to use it, and maybe as well, because if you're anything like me, once you do one and then you don't go back to it for a while, you forget.
Yeah.
You're not going to anymore because you've got this in there as well. Keep this to hand. Don't throw it away. This is going to be a little Bible that you're going to use, and it takes you through step-by-step instruction and pictures too, which again is invaluable. And also those extra measurements you need in how you're going to put the whole of this. Now I'm going to start with that outside
mechanism.
Thank you.
Will you get it before the end of the show, Debbie, I'm sure.
It's one of those words. I struggle with certain words in my, we should have checked this. We should have run through this before we started the show. I just call them the mechanical parts.
That'll do.
Can I call it that? Because I can't, there's some words I just can't say. I try, but
mechanical parts.
It all comes out all wrong. So I think what we'll go is we'll start with that, and then we'll work his way in. We'll do the decoration, and then we'll come to the other features. We've got 2 hours then, so we can cover it. It's almost a bit like a craft along this, but it's not. So let's start. Sorry, Ben.
No, it's fine. I know exactly what you mean, because we are going to basically do a project during this show. So that's where it is slightly different, because as I was going to say to Debbie a few moments ago, it's nice sometimes to have quick craft, isn't it? It's nice to have a quick project you can do in 5-10 minutes. This is going to be a project that, if you're going to go sort of the whole hog with it, you're going to do it in stages. You're not going to do this in 5-10 minutes. It's going to be one of those things that you're going to, take a bit of time with. And actually, I think a lot of people are quite looking forward to doing sort of projects like that, things that will take you a few hours, things that you can come back to the next day. But like Debbie says, again, once you've done it once, you'll just be whizzing through these. And actually, there's a lot of components in these that you'll use in other projects as well, but we can talk more about that a little bit later on.
We can indeed. So, shall we get started?
Yes.
So, what I've done is I've taken those 2 pieces that we started with. So, this is those inside panels that creates the outside, the whole box. You need to cut this 4 times. And then this one is the lid, so you only need to cut this once. So, for the time being, what I'm just going to do is run these through. Now, I have popped my low-tack tape into place. And again, it is a thin metal die, so it's just your normal thin metal die combination that you use with any of your machines, Gemini or if you haven't got a Gemini, just think of how you would use your plates with a thin metal die. Right, so that's the first part done. That's one of those bits, and I'll take that off just so you can see. I'm going to take, come on Debbie, take your time girl, take your time. So there we go. So I'm going to take that piece. That's the first one that we've got. Now, very difficult to see under these lights with it being white cardstock, but actually I think you can see that.
Yeah,
you've got score lines here and here, and then these two pieces here with your tabs as well. So you can see those. And these are the bits that you're going to manipulate, so to speak. Good word, Ben.
It's a good word.
It is a good word. So we're going to just
mechanism.
Mechanical bits.
Mechanical bits.
Mechanical bits. Yes, mechanical bits. But what you're going to do is you're going to need, and this will be a really important tool that you'll need. You'll need your lovely Crafter's Companion bone folder, which is going to be absolutely, you know, crucial for burnishing all those score lines. And we've got plenty coming up in the show. Let me tell you. But all you're going to do, Ben, is you're going to make sure that you've given these good burnish, and that's just basically part one of the 4 pieces that you do. And I'm not going to repeat those up because I've already pre-cut some and pre-burnished, but you need to cut this bit 4 times. So 4 of those are going to create that box. Now then, we've also got the box lid, so I'm just going to move that to one side for a second, Ben. Get rid of me rubbish.
One thing I will need you to measure at some point is a lot of people asking what the size of the outer box is once we've made it, so that's worth bearing in mind. We'll get that answered.
Yeah, absolutely. Now then, this just actually fits. Let me have a look. Does it fit or does it over? Now then. This is a good one. So this one is just slightly larger, and if I just measure that die, it's just slightly larger than my 6 inches. So I'm going to need my larger Gemini plates for this one. So I'm going to pop that on, and again, it's just your thin metal die combination, Ben. So I'm going with plastic shim, I'm going with my magnetic and my other cutting plate, and run that through. So that was good actually to show you that. So the other smaller box parts actually will go through your Junior, but your lid itself needs the larger platform for that one, okay? Which is perfect if you've got your Gemini Pro as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely perfect. You could do quite a bit of things on there. So let's just take that bit off for a second, and I'm going to move my plates again just out of the way, just to show you. And then we'll start to form the outer box together. So all plates nice and tidy, and let's just take this off for a second. Now again, get rid of the rubbish, pop that to one side. You'll be able to see that you've got all the score, well, as you can see how it's beautifully cut out, but it's got all the score lines. So again, going back to that, what I said at the top of the show there, your dust bone folder going to be a crucial part to your crafty, what's the word?
Arsenal.
Yes,
the crafty
absolutely.
Arsenal, that's a good word.
You could use your little purple one that you have in your scoreboards if you haven't got one of these, but they're very widely available on the Tinternet under our Crafter's Companion website. So go and check those out. But honestly, I love mine, and I do use this ever such a lot. So now you can see all those lines have been burnished, apart from those 2 little flaps there. And that's now ready. That forms the outside of your box lid. And then we're just going to construct that together. But before we do that, Ben, I thought what we'd do is I'll show you how to put these, all 4 panels, together. Okay. So let me just fast forward this a second, and I'm going to bring this in so that you can see this part. So I've got my 4 pieces.
Right.
Now, I would probably say another little top tip here is red liner tape. You know our tape pens are absolutely super strong, but this is a construction box that we're going to be layering up, popping extra bits in. So for me personally, I would be using a red liner tape. So by that, one that would fit onto the flaps of your cards. If I just show you what I mean by that, the ones that will fit over. Now I would just make sure while I'm doing all this, Ben, because I want to make sure I've got all of my my lines, my fold lines. Yes. I need them all nice and burnished. So do you mind me just doing that little bit and putting my red liner tape on before we construct it?
I'll say a few hellos and also let you know if you want to get red liner tape, we did have some bundles, but they've sold out. loads of you shopping with us currently, but you can buy individual. So if you want to buy the 3mm individually, you can, and we've got the 12mm available for you as well. If you find those at our website, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu. Quick few hellos, because there's loads of you watching. This is so nice to have so many of you with us again this morning. Melissa is in from Kentucky. Good morning. Suzette Sue says, hi again, everybody. Debbie and Ben. Hi, Suzette. Pamela says, good morning, Ben, Debbie, and the social team from sunny central New York. Rose is in. Afternoon, everyone, from Barnstable, North Devon. Hello, Rose. Could have done with you yesterday, actually, Rose. Devon Massive. We were talking about the word lush. It's a proper Devonshire word. Craig doesn't like the word lush. And I was saying how we Devonians have the phrase girt lush, and you didn't know what I was talking about. Patty says, good morning from California. Therese is in. Panda Crafts is in. Just cleaned the car. Finished just in time to make a cuppa and watch CCTV. Sharon says, good morning from Maryland. Trying to watch this and HSN at the same time. Yeah, Sarah's not on for a little while, I don't think, is she? She's not back on for a bit, so stick with us, guys. This is where it's happening. Miriam says hi from New York, and Shiri on YouTube says, yay for Debbie. Definitely yay for Debbie. Just a yay for Debbie. Christine says, hello, you look beautiful, Debbie. And Linny Jones saying, hi, Ben, Debbie with the gorgeous nails and all my crafting buddies. Oh yeah, we've not commented on the nails yet. She's had her nails done, we found out yesterday.
Well, I was busy crafting in my craft room last night, and I got you and Craig on. Yeah. You and your is it F? WWF?
WWE now.
Oh, sorry, WW. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
And I was watching, and they were talking about crafting nails, and I'm thinking, you can craft with nails. Could you imagine Craig with nails, though?
Oh.
Nah.
Well, because we got into chatting about the woman with the world record nails, didn't we?
Yes, I saw that, and she had them cut off. It were all over, I think it were all over TikTok, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, world record.
Yeah,
imagine crafting with nails that long.
No. I just don't know how she actually functioned doing day-to-day jobs.
24 feet.
Yeah, I mean, how did she put the washing in the washing machine without washing her nails at the same time? How did she do basic things?
There's other things that I'm wondering how she did with nails that long,
absolutely.
that I'm not talking about right now.
Yeah. So, but yes, so I feel a little bit half human. It's just the hair to go, Ben. I've had the old brows done, and I've had the nails done. So yeah, feeling a little bit human now. We're starting to get pampered a little bit. So
nice, isn't it?
A little bit, a bit strange though still, but it's nice to get back to those normal kind of things.
Your hair looks lovely, Debbie, today.
Thank you. Although if you came closer, you'd be able to see a little roots. So we'll have no overheads today.
Not too close, Charlotte. Not too close.
No, not too close. Now, I'm going to go back to the booklet for a second, if I may, Ben.
Yes.
Because there is some extra pieces that you need to cut for your inner panels and for your extra little bases as well. So it does tell you in here that you need, because what we need is a little piece to be able to connect all these two, which forms as well the bottom of your box. So by that I mean, I'll just bring in this one again so you can see it. You need it to be able to form the bottom of the box to add all those pieces on. Okay? So there's instructions in there, and it tells you the size as well. So I've already cut mine down and it's all ready to go. And what we're going to do is I'm going to actually talk you through the stages of how it shows you in your little pamphlet. So first stage, you're going to be using the main box side die, and then you're going to do it to the outer layer. And that outer layer base, I'll just tell you, and I'll bring it in here so you can see it. It tells you that you need a 3.8 inches by 3.8 inches, which is what this is. In centimetres, that works out at 9.6 centimetres square. Okay. So again, it's all those little extra bits that if you're not sure on, don't worry, we've got you covered. Absolutely got you covered with everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this piece first. So again, like I said, red liner tape, I wouldn't, personally, wet glue wouldn't be something that I use for this because you're going to have to leave it to dry and things like that. Tape pen's absolutely fine. It really is, because this is a super strong glue. But I do prefer, when it comes to construction, I like my red liner tape, so it's a definite must for me. Now, can you see this in a tab here? I'm going to connect it to the outer part piece there. So again, and I'm just going to try and make this flush. Now, you could make this easy on yourself, Ben, by turning it over and connecting it. That's just a little top tip. So make life a little bit easier for yourself. Pop it on there, and that is your first part done, connected.
Got you.
And it just makes it that little bit easier. Then we're going to move on to this second piece. So let me just move these to one side for a second so you can show you. We're going to now connect this flap to this part and this one to this part. So you can see how this comes together. Can you see there, Ben? And you've got your inner part of your hearts folding in.
Okay.
So that's just, so when you're doing this, and again, it's just one of those little top tips that you learn, folding it in on itself. That's how you get your panel to, you know, to fold together really nice and neatly. So let's do that bit next. So again, red liner tape, I'm going to just remove that piece. I'm going to remove that piece.
Do you know what? It's so handy to see this, Debbie. Honestly, I love the fact that we're just doing it, breaking it down into
it just, I think
chunks.
I think it just makes it a little bit easier.
Absolutely, it does.
Absolutely. So again, I could make life easy for myself by turning it over and then just layering those pieces and panels up. But knowing Debbie, doing things back to front and upside down, I'm not trusting myself at all with that one. So I'm going to go back in just so I can show you.
It's never easy for you guys because obviously you have to do it at different angles over that side.
Yeah, and it's difficult when you're on camera as well because you try and make sure that you don't get in the way of the camera shot so that you can see what I'm doing. But sometimes as well, doing things upside down and back to front. Never. It's it's a skill. They don't teach you that when you're you're joining up.
Rub your tummy and pat your head at the same time, isn't it?
Absolutely. So there you go. So, and again, I'm just making sure that, and I'm just using my finger for this, but you could be taking your burnishing tool just to to pop that down. So now you can see we've got it's coming together. Can you see it coming together, Ben?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm going to start with the next one. So we're going to bring this in and. It's really quite straightforward, Ben. When I just show you, you've got your top part done. All we're going to do is repeat that again. So I'm going to lift the tape off this side, lift the tape off this tab, and you're going to fold those tabs in like that. That's as simple as it could be. So again, let's just take that off.
This is so good to watch, honestly. I don't know if you were the same at home a little bit. You were thinking, you look at all those bits and pieces and you were thinking, hang on a minute, what goes where? How does that stick to that? But now, we're showing you, we're not coming off it. You're seeing everything and how it sticks together. Now, all of a sudden, you're thinking to yourself, I get it now, I see. And that's why we wanted to purposely kind of slow it down, bring it to you in every sort of stage so you can see for yourself. By the way, 30% of the stock has now gone. There's loads of you going for this. I think you're just seeing to yourself the value for money, the full kit on the best deal yet. You're getting all the freebies. I'll run it through you for you all in just a bit. But look how it's coming together. This is brilliant.
And this is why I wanted to really strip this back. This masterclass, I wanted to strip it back. It's almost like a craft along, not quite, because we're not doing it in real time with all those pieces. But I really do want to be able to show you how to construct this together. And then lastly, we've got that last piece. Do you know, I love red liner tape, Ben, but do you know the red liner bits? Especially when there's a fan blowing. You'll probably see one floating across my top. If you see one struck anywhere, just tell me, won't you? Please just tell me.
We'll tell you.
Because I know what I'm like. I have them hanging off places that shouldn't be. And then they get stuck into orifices as well. I've had them plenty of time floating on the bath. Where they've been stuck in between my toes, stuck in between other areas. They do. Honestly, you'll know. I bet you anybody, people watching right now, totally get me when I say red liner tape, my best friend, but the peel-off part.
You're walking around the supermarket and just bits of crafty stuff falling off you. Like, where did that come from? That wasn't me.
Exactly. Now, do you want to put the last bit together, Ben?
Yes, please.
So, if you just take a look now, I've got this mechanical part. You can see how it's all forming, and the last little piece just fits in again. So if you look at this now, this is the harder bit. When I say the harder bit, you've got 3 bits to connect here because it's the last piece to form it all together. So you've got this tab to pop down on there, this tab to pop down into the middle, this tab to pop onto there as well. If you don't feel comfortable doing it all in one, strip it back and do it one by one pieces. But I'm going to do the first 2 and then I'll finish off that last bit.
Okay.
So again, just taking this tape off, bringing this in, making sure your lines are flush. So by that, just make sure, and before you commit to actually sticking it down, you can reverse it. There's a song in that. Definitely a song in that.
Flip reverse.
Isn't that Blazing Squad?
Oh, I don't know. That's your bag, isn't it? Blazing Squad and Prodigy and all that.
I'm sure it's Blazing Squad. Flip reverse.
Know. That's on Debbie's mixtape in her car on the way up.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Who is it?
Oh, is it? Oh, yes, it is. It's Missy Elliott. I love that song.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Blazing Squad did have a flip reverse as well.
I thought they did. I thought I weren't going daft.
Wow.
I do like to play, I love to play pop quizzes.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a pop quiz freak, I am.
Wow.
Now then, can you see?
Hey, this
Look
is
at
awesome.
This. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So now all the bits are connected. And I've just flipped it over just to make sure that everything's all nice and flush.
Yep.
There's no gaps anywhere, because last thing you want is a gappy box as well. But this literally now just folds in, and that forms the outer part of your box. So that is the first stage. So what we'll do is we'll have a little breather for a second, and then we'll put the box lid together and then start with the next stages.
Brilliant stuff. Would you need to answer the question, the size of the outer box? So I tell you what, if we can measure that whilst I'm just chatting over this side, so we've got that done. But I tell you what, there's loads of love for this and lots of love for the pace that we're doing it at. Panda Crafts is saying, I don't have this die set, but oh my, I love that box. I feel I need it. Get it today. Honestly, it's the best deal that we've done it at. And when I go through the deal for you here, you'll see exactly why it's such a good deal. Loads of you as well coming through with ideas of what you're going to be popping into your box. Mary Pat 1000 says, Debbie, I want to fill my exploding box with pictures of my granddaughter's first year. That's great. She's so excited seeing her pictures. Betsy Throop says, pictures of my grandson would go in my box. And Sam says, I have the collection but not used them yet. Sam, today is the day. If you can't craft along with us right now, today is the day to subscribe to us on YouTube, bookmark this show, and then come back, get your products out later on and have a go with this, because honestly, you will have so much fun. And as we've said, the thing with this is a kit which, you know, you're not going to do it in 5 minutes, you're not going to do it in 10 minutes. This is something which you're going to sit and enjoy, putting all of the added layers and all the bits and pieces together. And if you do it over a day, a couple of days, you keep coming back to it, that's fine. The whole point is you can enjoy putting this beautiful box together. Just to quickly run through everything that you're going to get so you can see, you've got your exploding box main concept here. So this is, as you've just seen basically with Debbie, the main concept of the box itself. You can see the main base there, and then the corners, if you like, that Debbie's been popping together with all of the different embellishments that go with it as well, and that kind of looks just like that for you there. So that is the main kind of concept of the box. Then on top of that, you get loads more as far as goodies inside the box are concerned. So this is your twist and pop mechanism. And again, what I would say to you is you have got all of these added bits and pieces and embellishments and mechanisms. You don't have to use them all in every single box that you make. They're there for you if you want to add them. If you just want to make a simple box, you can. But this is where you can take it to the next level and add in the bits and pieces should you want to. So that's your twist and pop mechanism. Also included, you've got your waterfall mechanism. Again, with this, you don't have to add this to every box. It's just there should you want to. So this is great for popping those little photos into, of course, however you want to use it. Really, really lovely. One die gives you that mechanism. Then, on top of that, you're getting your slider mechanism. Again, really, really super easy to do. There's the die that gives you everything that you need to give you that slider, so it sort of like reveals a little picture underneath there should you wish. But once again, doesn't have to go in every box. You can use it as and when you wish. Then on top of that, for more decorative elements, we've got your fancy borders. So again, just adding more and more layers to all of the boxes that you're putting together. That is all the metal, and as far as I'm concerned, that is where the money stops. You don't pay any more, because everything else I'm about to show you, you get for free. So this is your mini box and lid template. So inside the box, the exploding box, you've got the mini box. So I don't know what you're going to put in there, whatever you like really. You know, whether it is some chocolates, you know, whether it is a ring maybe, I don't know, or a Rolo, as we were talking about earlier on. Your template, give someone your last Rolo. Ooh, you old romantic you. Ooh. Debbie remembers. You love someone enough to give you your last Rolo. There's the box template. So you're not paying for that, but you are getting that within this collection. Also, on top of that, you're going to get all of these gorgeous happy sentiments. You're not paying for these. So you've got things like hello, wishing, happy. So little one, welcome back, welcome aboard, welcome home. Hello, wishing you a lovely day. Hello, you are the best. There's so many different combinations that you can use to decorate your box. And then, for free, you are also going to get, I can't believe this, you get all of these. You get not one but two paper pads, right? Are you kidding me? This is your traditional blooms. And once again with these, look, you've got die cut elements that you can pop out of the cardstock in the back there. So these, great for decorating your boxes, but look at all of the lusciousness that you've got in your double-sided papers. OMG, are you kidding me? That rhymes. I'm a poet and I don't know it. These are absolutely stunning. So that's the one set. I love that. Gorgeous. So that's the one paper pad that you're going to get. Oh, I love that check pink as well. Lovely. One. And then number 2, your contemporary watercolour. Also, you're not paying for it. And again, that is 4 pages of beautiful die cuts, little hearts, little tags, little decoupage elements, little sentiments. These are worth $17.99 each, or $22.95, which is just amazing. And look at all of the glorious colours you've got in there. Once again, double-sided, so the only problem you've got is deciding which of those papers you're going to use. Good news is you've got 40 to choose from. That makes up the whole set for you, and that's why it is a phenomenal buy. That's why, since we've started, almost another 10% of the stock has gone. A third of the stock has gone. There's never been a better time to get this, and never been a better time for the fact that we're going through this step by step. So if you were thinking, oh, I'll never be able to do this, get the goodies now, and you can watch this show back when you've got your goodies, and you can, Debbie will take you through it step by step. $79.95 or $96.79. You're saving almost £50, over $61. Platinum members, another 20% comes off that, $63.96 or $77.57. Grab it today. Don't miss out. Any questions as well, do get those in, and we'll put those to Debbie over the course of the next hour and a half or so. We're whizzing through this show, so we've made the kind of main outer box. Where do we go from here? Great.
So we're going to decorate it and do the box lid. Can I just recap though? Is that everything? Do you know when you just showed me those? Are those 2 paper pads with the whole deal?
Yep.
Oh, honestly, my mouth just went to the floor. I thought they were extras on the show. I thought that was something that you... So if you're telling me you're getting all that to make this exploding box, that you've got that mechanical part, just say that bit.
You did it.
Mechanical part, I did it, yeah. You've got that forever. And then all those extras, I just think this is absolutely phenomenal.
Bonkers.
Right, so let's go back. I'm going to decorate the box in a moment. Thought I'd just show you the lid, because you saw me die cut the lid. While you were busy talking, Ben, I did all my little red liner parts onto there.
Oh, yes.
So I've put all my little red liner into the places that they need to be. So let me just show you how you construct this together. And if you put box lids together, it's quite a nice, easy one to do again. So I've just popped red liner tape on each corner tab. And then I've also popped it on these. This is a little strengthener that we've got on this one, which again, I just think is absolutely fab. So let's just take our red liner tape off just around this section first. And you just pop it together. So that tab goes in and it goes flush to that straight edge. And again, make sure you have got everything flush, Ben, because it does make a difference when it comes to popping this onto the top where it fits nice and neatly. If it goes a little bit off kilty or a little bit skew width, it can kind of affect your box fastening at the top. So just make sure when you are doing that you're using that edge as a guide, so you can see this straight edge, that it flaps in and tucks just nicely at the side there. And again, if you have done this before, you'll know how quite easy this is to do. But what we've got now is this little extra bit that fold over. It gives a little bit of an extra strength, which I think is just another little extra feature that we have that really does make this a really superb quality finish on an exploding box. I'm honestly, Ben, I just love this collection. I love making boxes. I am a construction girl at heart.
Yes.
And I do love lots of construction, but this for me just made it. It's just made my life a lot easier. It really has.
What weight of cardstock are you using? I think you might have mentioned it at the start, but Pam was asking.
So this is our white stamping card. You can do it on Centura Pearl. Oh, how gorgeous would it look in Centura Pearl, because you've got that extra quality. But yeah, this is just a normal white stamping card. People who do know me really well. I use white stamping card for absolutely everything, from my card bases to my boxes, because it's super sturdy, super strong and super functional, multifunctional, that you can use it. Now, with that said, what we're going to do now is do a little bit of decorating. Now, I'm going to just tell you the dimension. Honestly, I love this. The dimensions of this box that you asked about, Ben, it's 4x4 in height, but don't forget you've got your 4 by your 4 by your 4 by your 4. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it's 4 square cube, 4-inch square cube. If that's the right way to.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
4. Yeah. So
Height,
when it's closed,
height,
when it's closed in and popped in, it's 4 inches in height, 4 inches in depth.
Yeah.
Around those cubed square.
Yeah.
So absolutely, it's a really nice size. So whenever you're using your matting and layering, when it comes to using your paper that you've got in this, it's just a question of taking it down 1/4 of an inch. Do you like 1/4 of an inch off there? Me and Craig work like that all the time. I know Jan does as well. But it's entirely up to you how you do this. So let me grab. Where is it? All purpose. Oh, we've got bottles and bottles of this stuff under here. There's about 10 bottles underneath me around it. It's loads.
It's nice that we're well stocked under there for a change.
It's very well
stuff
stocked.
Goes missing.
And as you can see, it's got the studio label on it.
Oh, hello.
Is this to make sure? Hang on a minute. Have we got any left in? Oh yeah, of course we have.
I was just saying, no one's just put 10 empty bottles under there. Yeah.
Now again, I'm just going to place that on the top. Now you've heard me talk about this before, and Jan does as well. You could decorate your box lid and your box sides before you actually construct it. I've just popped all my pieces onto just to show you how easy it is to do it on the side as well. But again, you can do this beforehand. It's a nice little top tip there. But I've popped mine onto a Xyron. I've kind of cheated with this bit. I've got my Xyron strips, but it just makes things so quick to put it together, which is nice when we've got a whole heap of things to cover in this masterclass.
Yes.
Because I do want to get it, and we've got, another hour and a half, so to speak.
So again, we said this is sort of a bit like a craft along, but we are sort of skipping forward on a few bits. Obviously, a craft along would be in real time. But again, the great thing about this is if you subscribe to us on YouTube, or you were recording this, however, we're not recording it, but do you know what I mean? If you subscribe to it, you've got the ability to come back and pause at various points so that you can do it in time and at your leisure, which is good. There was a question that came to me. Where's it gone? Oh, can you, the papers, Johnny, that we've got, are they available individually? Shiri is asking. They're on the website, yes.
Fantastic.
There you go. If you want to go for them individually, you can do.
Now then, Ben, we've also got other things on this lovely worker elements. You've got all these extra accessories, which again, just come in really beautifully when you want to decorate. And that's all I've done is I've cut this out into white stamping card, and I've used just some of the stamps that we've got in the happy sentiments as well, just to stamp this, and it just says, hello, my friend. And I'm just going to pop a couple of foam pads on the back there, just to lift that off to give it a little bit of extra dimension. But you could use things like your chunky glue, 3D Cloud glue. What else could you use? Hot glue gun if you want to do this, or just simply lay it flat. But I want to get a little bit of extra height just on the top. So again, let's just place that over. Absolutely. Do you know, honestly, I adore these. And there's my box lid constructed. So what I'm going to do now, Ben, is I am just going to decorate the main part of the box.
Yes.
With those chosen papers again, and I'm going to decorate, as well as the inside, I'm going to decorate the outer part as well. So, red liner tape or anything like that. Again, bearing in mind that this is a 4x4 inch square, when you're choosing, and all I've done is literally just giving it a little bit touching an edging of, with our Noir Black. Do you know the Harmony Water Reactive?
Yeah.
It just makes it pop off a little bit without the need of having to mat and layer, and it just gives it an extra bit of dimension. So you just take off that 1/4 of an inch again. So this is a 3 3/4 inch square panel that is going in on the inside. Now, a little top tip as well, when you do each layer, because don't forget you've got multi-layers in this box, decorate each layer as you do this and then stick it all together at the very end.
Right.
I prefer it this way. It makes it a little bit easier for me to hold, get it into place and do that decoration rather than doing it afterwards. But again, that's the personal choice. You might prefer to do it when it's all put together and then put those extras.
I just think, again, like you touched on this at the start, Debbie, is that when you first get this back, you'll be using the instructions and you'll be probably watching this show back because you've subscribed on YouTube. But actually, when you've made a couple of these, or 2, 3, or 4 of these, you'll just be away because, I don't know, it's like riding a bike, isn't it? Once you can do it, you kind of remember it the next time that you come back to it. So that's exactly what I think will happen with this. But also, as I mentioned earlier on, there's so many components to this. I mean, this is a great deal, right? There's so many different mechanical parts, as Debbie would say, to this particular collection, but you don't have to use them all straight off. You know, if you just decide to yourself you just want to kind of make the main box and the smaller box inside first time off, you can do that. Then you can add more layers as you get more kind of confident with it. So it's entirely up to you. You can make this as over the top and as big and bold as you want it to be, or you can strip it right back should you want to do that as well. But loads of you are loving this, by the way. Lots of comments about the red liner tape, Debbie. You'll like these. Shiri just saying you should put the red strips of tape together and make tassels. Then, if they get in the wrong place, you can pretend they were meant to be there. I like that. I like that. Little tassels. And Liddy Jones says, Debbie, you can put the red liner tape peel-offs on a bit of kitchen roll. It seems to attract them. Yeah, I always have it by me on my craft desk.
Oh, I like. Yes. Oh, I love these top tips. I like these top tips. Someone once told me as well about burnishing over the top with it. Yeah. And if you secure it down, it makes it less static. Oh, so okay. Yeah, when you go over the top with a tool, that helps as well. Now, we've done the decoration parts. We've got the inside and the outside done. However, I want these beautiful love hearts to be addressed as well, Ben. Yes. Now, I use... This is a template. So taking a piece of card, you're probably going to think, Debbie, you mad fool. But honestly, it does work. It does work.
Debbie, you mad fool.
You mad fool. But yes, it does, honestly. Using it as a template. So take your cardstock, pop it underneath, and then draw around it, cut it out. And then you've got yourself some nice little love hearts that fit in absolutely beautiful.
That's a top tip right
into there. It is. And again, because I'm using this beautiful paper from the collection, I am literally just alternating to give it a little bit more of a wow factor again. And again, I've done exactly the same, Ben. I've just taken a little bit of that black, noir black, I think there's jet black and noir black in the Harmony water reactive inks. And again, wet glue is going to be your friend on this one because you can get it into place. If you know what I mean by that, Ben? You can slide it, slip and slide it into place.
Maneuverability, isn't there?
Maneuverability. I love that word.
Good word.
The maneuverability of getting them into place.
And isn't it great as well that you get all these pattern papers with it? So again, all of the patterns work together, all of the colours work together, so you're not scratching your head thinking, oh, what works with what? It's all kind of been done for you, isn't it, Debbie?
Yeah, absolutely. So now we're coming together, and then we're just popping those on, and I'm going to carry that on, Ben, until I've done all four love hearts. Okay. But you can see it's really coming together now.
Patty Heard on Facebook says, after my HSN orders last night, I'm afraid to add up all my orders in the past 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure there's a comma in that number. Patty, you'll be fine. Just don't look at the credit card bill when it comes through. But I have a lot of the tools now purchased, so I won't have to buy these again, but I'm sure CC will come out with new tools I must have. Is there a 12-step program for CC addicts, says Patty? Well, there's the platinum membership in the club, isn't there? That's about as far as we go, I think, with that. Michelle Nitz, for you just saying, I think I'm going to be making the exploding box for my daughter's birthday. She'll be 31. That's the thing with these as well. These are for all ages, absolutely, and all occasions. Dieta, thank you for your picture. We'll hopefully get a look at that a little bit later on. Patty saved the show to watch till later. And Karen just saying, ever since I discovered these shows, I've learned to multitask efficiently. I'm doing a lot of housework whilst watching this show and trying to keep up with the comments. Wow, that is multitasking. All I have to do is watch the comments, and I still can't keep up. So good work, Karen. Get yours now, by the way. Producer Johnny keeps telling me how many of these are going out the door. They are flying. 40% of the stock is now gone. And we're just coming back to Debbie, who's decorated all of those hearts now.
So it's all decorated. So that's the inner part of the box. I don't want to decorate the outside bits, but if you wanted to, if you want to go all full pelt, absolutely you can do. But what you'll see now is that this whole folds up really nicely and neatly, and the box lid fits onto the top. So that is the outer part of your box and the lid, and then we're going to start with the next stage where we're going to do the second layer and the third layer and put all those bits together, Ben.
Wow, well, listen, I mean, if that were it and you just had your little box inside, amazing, right? What a really cool idea, but there's so many other bits and pieces that we can add to the inside of the box. We're going to take a break at that point, all right? So this is the time where you get to check out your baskets, because especially with a show like this, you do not want to miss out on any of the action. So let's give you a couple of minutes. If you've got anything in your basket right now, if you've got this collection, Get it checked out, and then when we come back, we'll move on to the next bit. So you're going to miss nothing in the next 90 seconds to 2 minutes. So get your baskets checked out, and we'll come back and see more of this amazing exploding box in just a couple.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
Lots of baskets. What's a basket? Woof! Lots of baskets and carts have just been checked out. If you are still wondering what comes with this collection, then the full deal is right here for you. Let's run you through it all because you've got a huge collection and loads of freebies with this as well. So $79.95 or $96.79 brings you this full collection here, and it really is amazing when you consider everything that you're going to get in this for free as well. You're paying for your metal. So here is your main concept and lid. All the dies here basically get you to the point that we've got to so far, all right? So that's going to cut out the main box, and then you've got all of the additional embellishments to go with it as well. So that's the first point. Once you've cut all those bits and pieces, you've seen them over the course of the last 45 minutes. That is what you have. Then on top of that, we've got all of the fun stuff as well, right? The stuff that's going to go inside the exploding box, like your twist and pop mechanism. How cool is this? Again, absolutely brilliant. You don't have to add this in every box, but it's there for you should you want it. Put in little pictures on there. You've got all of the different bits of pieces as far as the frames are concerned too. That's the first bit. Then on top of that, you're also going to get your slider mechanism. Again, love this. You've got the die that kind of does all the hard work for you, and that little slider there. Difficult to see on the black, but can reveal a little picture underneath. That's also included. Then, on top of that, you have got your waterfall mechanism. Again, if I just do this upside down for you there, great for popping on little pictures to flick through there. Absolutely gorgeous, nice and easy to do. One die gives you that unbelievable mechanism. Then on top of that, as far as decoration is concerned, you've got your fancy borders. Again, just adding all of these different layers to your exploding box, and that is all the metal, and that's where the payment stops, as it were, because you're not paying for anything else, but you are going to get the template for the mini box and the lid. All right, so this is going to go inside the exploding box. That's yours, you're not paying for it. Then on top of that, you're going to get your happy sentiments. Again, these are brilliant because you've got so many different sentiments for so many different occasions. Hello, wishing, happy and welcome, and then lots of little mini sentiments so you can build up your own verses and own sentiments. You're not paying for that, but that's coming to you. And then this is the bit that Debbie couldn't believe. The paper pads you're getting for free as well. So you've got your contemporary watercolour. I love the paper pads that we're doing at the minute because a lot of them, you're getting 4 pages of die cut toppers at the back. So this one's got hearts and little squares and decoupage elements and sentiments. Then you're going to get all of these glorious double-sided papers, perfect for decorating your boxes with. I love this one. I love the colours. Love the watercolour design and the florals in there as well, which is stunning. And then on top of that, also you're not paying for. What a deal this is. Are you kidding me? I can't believe this. You've got your traditional florals. Again, in the back, 4 pages of little tags, embellishments, sentiments. Gorgeousness is what you've got here. Look at all these little hearts. How great would they look on the top of your box? And then flick through and take a look at all of the double-sided paper that you're getting. Wowee. Phenomenal. What a deal. $79.95 or $96. I quite like a few shirts, but that's a little bit like my shirt today, actually. Gorgeous. $79.95 or $96.79. Now I've broken it down for you, you can understand what a great deal it is. and why over 40% of the stock has now gone. I tell you what, I was going to show you some finished samples this side, but let's get back to the action because it's one of those. Debbie's got some red liner tape stuck to her elbow. There we go. It's one of those things we want to get back to the action right away. Any more questions, get them in. And also, if you've already got an exploding box and you've made, send in your pictures. Let everybody know how much fun you've had making yours as well. You can send pictures to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and of course you can send your comments in via Facebook and YouTube. Let us know what you put in your box also. What have you already put into your boxes if you've made them? Who have you made them for? I'm nosy. I want to know. Get in touch. Right, let's get back to Debbie and see where we are next up to in this demo. What are we doing next, Debbie?
So what we're going to work on now is we're going to work on those inner layers. So the first layer, the second layer, the third layer. So those bits that go, let me just show you what I mean by that. So when we talk about these, I'm talking about the bits that do the exploding part. So we've done the outer, we've got the box lid. What we're going to work on now, before we start on those mechanical bits.
Yep.
One of these days.
One day.
I'm going to put these pieces together, which again, so straightforward because we've done all the hard work for you. And going back to your little Bible that I talked about when we said at the very beginning, this will be your Bible. Until you do these day in, day out, this is something that you're going to come and use. So please don't throw it away. Keep hold of it because it's going to be the bit that just lodges those grey cells when you come back to use it. But again, all it talks about is you need a first layer base. So do you know how we had on our main base, we had those 4 sides with the base part?
Yeah.
You need a first, a second and a third layer, and it gives you the measurement. So by that, you need to chop down for your first layer base.
Yeah.
You need to do a 3.5 inch square. So with white stamping card again, that's all I've done. And then this is the extra bit. So then you move from the first layer base, you move down to the first layer side.
Right.
So when you use this now, it's telling you need to cut these 4 times. You need to cut this at 3.5 inches by 4 inches, and it does give you the measurements in centimeters as well. So for that piece then, all you're going to do is, and I'll just demonstrate this for a second to show you, you cut out for that first layer side a 3.5 inch by 4 inch. So that's your 3.5 by 4. And then going back to this worker element die, you have got 3 panels, and they're both, what did I do with my third one? It was somewhere around there. I've covered it up, Ben. You've got 3 pieces here that enable you to place this onto the top part. So you're going to use that 4 inch side. You place that onto the top and then run that through your die cutting machine 4 times so that you end up with a piece and it will look like this. So you will have 4 pieces that have got these tabs that you again are going to use and burnish. And you've got 4 of those to now create the inner part. Now I'm going to speed this up a little bit by using my tape pen. So again, using that tab as the edgeware to start, you're going to pop that flush to side there, and again make sure before I actually commit, Ben, I'm going to just turn that around. Perfect, absolutely fine, because this is going to be now when we connect all these 4 bits, this is going to be the first layer of explosion. So this honestly is so easy to use again. Again, just before you make sure everything's nice and flush. It'll make such a difference when it comes to, and like I did say, your bone folder is what's going to make so much difference with the burnish lines. And again, just showing you the strength of the tape pen, this will hold it together extremely well too. So again, before I commit, just taking over, nice and flush, pop that down. And then lastly, and this now is the first layer of the exploding part of your box. We're going to decorate in a moment, Ben, and then we'll move on to the next layer as well. So again, when you take this up, now you can see that everything has been worked down to the with an inch of its life. Absolutely. All the measurements done for you. I've been using the paper pads again. This time, when you think about this is a 3.5 inch square. So when you're taking down a 1/4 inch, this panel is actually 3.25 inch square. So it fits in nice and neatly. And again, I've just tipped it with a little bit of a decorative edge with, instead of matting and layering, I've just used the black water reactive ink and just just gone round the edges with it. So I'm going to decorate those sides as well. But I'm not going to forget the outer part of the box. Again, this is a choice, you don't have to. But beautiful papers that are included. Still can't get over that, Ben.
No.
I'm still shocked.
That's
I actually thought
florals.
I just think that's a great deal to absolutely own everything that you need.
Yeah.
And if you think about the mechanics of those, the only thing that you need to replace is your papers. And I'm telling you now, I know there's plenty of people out there, Christine Mahoney, that have got a lot of paper pads under their collection.
We had yesterday the launch of the new Letters from the Heart collection.
Yeah.
The new paper pad, we were asking how many pads people buy. And so Christine, as you just mentioned, said she bought 10. But I then had a message on my Facebook page afterwards. No, you think that's a lot. I had a message then afterwards from, I think it was Lorraine, who told me she'd bought 19 of the paper pads. That is a lot of love for the paper pads. Yeah, that's why the deal went. That's why the deal sold out.
Wait a minute. And I got to show it later tonight.
Oh, you've not heard the news, have you?
Oh.
You've not heard the news. It's sold out.
What?
It's sold out. However, and I don't want to get your hopes up too much.
Right, so you've kept this bit quiet from me, so not to panic me. Never mind sniggering in the box, Ben. I can see you. I see how it is. I see how it is. Lull Debbie into a false sense of security.
No, Johnny.
What are you like?
No, what's happening is it's officially sold out. Right, we don't have it. However, this is the big however. The guys are doing their best to put something together for launch party later. I cannot promise you anything, all right? But that's what we're attempting to do as far as that kit is concerned. Hopefully,
I've got loads planned for that show.
Good news.
Oh no!
Good.
It's good news. I wanted to work with that, Ben.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. We've got 2 hours after it shows.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, we've got 2 hours afterwards. Now, Ben, can you see? Decorated inner part, that's going to sit in there in a moment, but I'm just going to put this to one side for a second because we're going to move on to the second layer.
Yep.
And you've got a die in there to create the same thing. So it tells you on this one, and I'll just put my instructions in so you can see this. Second layer base, it tells you that you need a 3.2. So let me just move all my bits. So I've got all my pictures there. Hang on a minute, let me just move all my bits out of the way for a second. Oh, Debbie, come on, girl, where are you? What have you done with your little inside bit?
What have you done with your little inside bit?
Well, I don't know what I've done with it. Do you know what?
Inside bit.
Do you know what? I don't know what I've done with it. Hang on a minute. I tell you what, I'll chop another piece down in a second. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. But it tells you, second layer base, 3.2 inches by 3.2 inches. And the second layer side is a 3.2 by 4. You take that die, you put that die on the top, and you run that through 4 times so that you end up with 4 panels.
Got ya.
Again with your tabs on there, Ben. So
beautiful.
Again, just give those a nice little burnish. Now I'm going to have to go and chop up a little base because I have Oh, wait a minute, I have misplaced it all over there.
Oh,
do you know, sometimes...
You've got so much going on over there, Dave, to be fair. I'm not surprised you lose bits and pieces. It's not easy over there, it's not easy.
But you get the gist, so that's all you need. And again, it's just following those. Base and then layer side, base, then layer side. And you'll never go wrong, let me just tell you now. So again, all I'm going to do, Ben, is repeat exactly the same thing. Using that base, I'm just going to pop all my layers on. So you can be having a little look round while I just, pop these together, Ben. A little look round on the internet.
A little look round, see what's going on. Lots of love for the papers coming in. Patty on Facebook saying these papers are beautiful. The box is gorgeous. CC has the absolute best demos. I know, don't we? We like to blow our own trumpets sometimes. Beautiful paper. How do they do the paper? Says Kathy. Outstanding. And Sean Peacock just saying. Referencing everybody buying all the paper pads yesterday from the Letters from the Heart. That's why I couldn't get a paper pad then. That would be why, Sean. That would be why, because there were people multi buying yesterday, not just multi-buying. Joyce on YouTube says, I bought the Today Special on HSN with auto ship. So excited. And Aisha, this is relating to us not telling Debbie about the sellout. It says, Debbie didn't know, OMG. We like to surprise her with these things. Good news or bad news, we just like to, spring it at the last minute. It'll be fine. It will work. We'll work something out. I'll go and speak to the bosses and we'll sort something. It's going to be It'll be all fine. Valerie says, wow, sold out for the next show. So much for planning. No, don't you worry. Don't you worry. 7 o'clock, you need to be here. We'll have something for you. I don't know what it will be, but we'll have something.
I like how none of you told me, you little crafty devils, what you like. So, just because you know that I'd have started panicking, that I'd have been hyperventilating and everything else. So I bet you thought, right, we're not telling her anything. Keep it stum, keep it stum.
We'll tell her in the show as well, so she can't panic on live TV. And wait till she comes up afterwards. Wow, I'm running at 5 o'clock.
Right then, so all I'm doing now is I'm decorating my panels. Now this one, if you think about these, to cut your panels down, and I'm just using contrasting colours of the paper pads, but this inside of this one now, again, if you're just taking your measurements, I've just cut this to 3 inches by just 3.5, and that fits in perfectly in there. And again, I've done exactly the same, where I've touched it with a little edge on the black, just to give that a little bit of an extra oomph around the edge there. So again, just pop that on, and I'm going to place all these pieces on as well. So there you go. So I'm just doing my decorating part again, Ben.
Yeah, it's nice to kind of watch you do this, and as I say, even though this isn't quite sort of craft along pace, because we're doing, Debbie's doing bits and pieces of his, a few bits I made earlier. I think it's nice to kind of give you a bit of an idea as to how quickly this sort of project gets put together. But as I say, Debbie, it's not one of those things you're going to do in 5 or 10 minutes. It's something which you can sit down and spend a day doing, or maybe, build the outside of the box first and the next day come back and do some of the inner workings. It's something you're going to do over a few hours, maybe over a few days, isn't it? Exactly.
So you can see that's the first layer. That's my second layer. They all fit in there. If you've noticed, I'm not decorating, and I'm not worrying about the tabs being on show, because guess what, guys? It gets covered up, so you can't see it. So don't worry if you've got your tabs on the inside of the base or the outside. It really doesn't matter. It's doing what makes it comfortable for you. But can you see you've got that fraction of a difference on those pop-out bits? And then we're going to move to that last layer. So I'm going to bring back in my little Bible for a second. So the last third layer base is a 3-inch square. So again, you just take your panel, and I've got all my little bits extra here. Let me just make sure I've got, there it is. So that is a 3-inch layer base square. And then for this part, you're going to do the third layer side, which is 3 inches by 4 inches, and you're taking the smaller of the tabs, popping that along the top and cutting that out 4 times. And what that does, again, it just creates, let me just move that to one side, it creates your panel with your score line into place with your tab. Again, just give them a little burnish, all 4 of them, and then we're going to attach this base together with those sides and then do the decorating part again. So I'll do all that bit, Ben. So any more comments or any more questions, let us know.
So there's a recurring one which we'll come back to. I know you've already answered this, but let's just say it again. So there's a few people asking what card you're using for the construction of the box.
So for the construction of the box, I am using Crafter's Companion, well, it's called Stamping Card, white stamping card, and it's by Crafter's Companion. I think it's something like, I don't know if it's 50 or 60 sheets, top of my head, I can't remember. It's 300, I'll start again. It's 300, oh, is it 300 or 310?
I think it's 310 GSM.
Is it? Has it gone up?
Sheets?
Is it 60 sheets? I always thought it was a 300 GSM. That's all I'm.
All right.
I might have to ask our lovely Johnny just to have a quick peek.
Johnny will have a look.
Just to check, just to be on the safe side there for me, Ben. Just to make sure that we've got those measurements right. But it is white stamping card, and it's just fabulous. Oh,
so it's how many? 60. I was right on the number, but Debbie was right on the GSM. There we go. 60 and 300.
Fabulous. Now then, that is that base done. So what I'm just going to do now is repeat again. And I've just chosen papers from there. I'm going to decorate the outside. I'm also going to decorate the inside. And these panels, I might have gone a little bit big on this one, Ben. I might have to snip these down a little bit. But I'm not going to worry too much, because again, it's all, this will fit in on the inner one there as well, and my side panels too. So I'm just going to do the decorating part. I might just have to go and snip them down a little bit, Ben. I'm just going to have to slip them down.
Oh, just go and snip them down.
I'm just going to snip them down. I should be okay. No, fine.
The other question that we got, and a few people have asked, so machine-wise, what machine have you been using? When you cut out the main, like the bigger outer box, was that through your Gemini for your Junior?
When I used the main part, so because don't forget it were four of those, yes. I could get that through my Junior.
Right.
Okay. When I needed the box lid, I needed my larger Gemini. So I just need the large Gemini for that one.
Excellent stuff. All right, so I think that's most of the questions just answered. Rhonda's asking, Johnny, you want this one. Are the supplies for the craft along for tomorrow listed somewhere? I would imagine they will be up on our socials.
Yeah, so I sent them over to social for the social team to sort out for me. So they should be on there somewhere.
Vintage diary, isn't it, tomorrow?
It's vintage diary, yes. So I'm doing a fan fold fancy card.
Wow.
With a matching envelope box.
A fan fold fancy card?
Yes, it's a bit of a mouthful. I do apologise. I do apologise. It's a fan fold fancy card.
Wow.
I just sometimes, producer Johnny, honestly,
I do. It's got mechanisms in it as well?
It's got a few, no, but actually it's quite straightforward. It's a really effective card. But the collection is absolutely beautiful. And I've tried to use as much of the collection as possible, but it's a really beautiful card. It just, there's just some lovely things that you can do. I was torn, actually, I'm not going to lie, I was torn about, what to do for the project because I just love that vintage diary. So many things I wanted to do, but honestly, beautiful. So yes, come along and join us for the craft along. But they should be on the social pages somewhere. Just check mine out or check Crafters TV. Should be somewhere on there.
I'll tell you what, we'll give Debbie a little break in a minute and we'll flash it up on the screen for you so you can screenshot it and you've got it there if you can't find it. So we'll do that for you in a second. Who was that asking? Rhonda. We'll do that for you in just a second. Fear not. And Rebecca just said, Debbie, it was great to see you all over HSN TV in America.
Was I on HSN?
You're a superstar. What were you doing?
Was that what Sarah was doing? I thought she was doing a Facebook Live just on her Facebook page. She didn't tell me on HSN. I had a right mess all over my desk as well. Please apologise. I get a little bit messy before we start on a show, as the guys backstage would tell you. I get rather messy, so I do apologise. Oh, that was so lovely. I didn't realise I was on HSN Facebook Live. Lovely.
Big in the States, Debbie, apparently.
Oh, get me.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Now, I'm just finishing this off with a little a panel in the middle, because this is the bit that you could, your exploding box that you have in the centre. Yeah. I just want to cover that little bit up because this is the bit that's going to be on the show, as in on show. Yeah. So when we pop this together now, you've got all of your layers. So we've got the outer one, we've got the inner one, first, second, and then third. So I think what we'll do, Ben, for this is we'll actually put these together, put it inside the box, and then we can move on to adding pictures and doing all the rest of those bits in a moment. So I'm just going to literally now, and I'm going to use a bit of red liner tape again for this bit. So just apologies while I just get my red liner tape out. There's lots of different widths that we've got on the show, on the internet. But you could be using your tape pen or anything like that. But I'm just going to pop a couple of little pieces of my red liner tape on there. And again, it's just because I've got plans for this box.
Got plans for
As you do.
Box, yeah.
Well, we're crafting away. I've got plans for who I'm giving this to.
Oh, thanks.
So, bless you. So, have you heard producer Johnny? It's going nowhere. It's staying
it's
here.
Up on the shelf, isn't it? It might be the demo of the day.
Do you think so?
Well, I reckon it could be. It's you versus you today, isn't it? Whatever you make it in the next show, you definitely get one on the shelf.
Well, it depends on what we're doing on that next show. Little top tip when you are using red liner tape is that you can pop a little bit of wet glue onto this.
Nice.
So that you can wiggle it into place. Because what I want to make sure is that all my tabs, before I actually commit to putting this down, are in line with each other, and by that I mean they're nice and central. I haven't got anything, you can see where I've got those little strips. Can you see, Ben? It's quite a visual at the minute. You can see those strips. I want to make sure they're all central before I actually commit to pressing down and adhering that together, and that these inner panels, because again this will make a difference for your box opening and closing, if they're not in the right place, forget it. It'll probably all go a little bit skew with, and you don't want that. So again, I've just centralised that into the middle. Quite happy with that. So I'm going to just secure that down. I'm going to pop a little bit more tape, and then we're going to put that last layer in there, and then we'll put this one into the main box so that you can see how it all fits together.
It's coming together, this, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It absolutely is. And again, just it's up to you. You could use tape pen, you could use wet glue for this, entirely up to you how you do this and how you construct it. You will all have a personal choice, like we do here, the team do. So again, I'm just going to make sure, and again, that little top tip of having that wet glue makes a bit of a difference, Ben, it really does. Again, just centralising everything before I commit. I'm going to make sure that all those fold. I want it nice and straight as well, but I want to make sure all my inner parts fold in. So, I'm just checking, Ben, I'm just checking. Talking to myself.
Just to reiterate as well, because a few of you are asking, so it's the red liner tape you're using, and then the glue on top of that you're using is the all-purpose glue, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Using on top of that, because Caroline was asking. So that's the glue, Caroline, that Debbie's using on top of the red liner tape, just to give you a bit more manoeuvrability time.
Now then, we've got all our bits there, our central main box, and then all the bits that go inside. So we're going to now layer that inside there as well. So again, just going to pop a little bit of red liner tape just on here. So again, feels like a craft along at minute, Ben, I'm telling you.
Debbie, honestly, this is brilliant. I've loved every single step of this. And again, you know what? When I looked at these at the start, I was like, well, these are amazing. But, you know, me with my very small brain looked and thought, nah, there's no way these are going to be simple. But I've literally followed everything that you've done step by step. And I always think if I follow it, then everyone else will follow it. I think it's been a brilliant hour and 10 minutes so far, and actually shows you how, if you just do it step by step, follow the instructions, take your time, very, very easily, you're going to put this together yourself. And if you've already bought this, I know loads of you have bought this during the show, but if you've already got this and you're one of those people who sat at home going, oh, I've got this, but I'm too scared to take it out of the packaging, now you've got this show. Now you've got this show to help you and craft along with, so you definitely need to be getting out and crafting away after we've finished this show, and then sending us in your pictures, because we want to see what you've been doing with your exploding boxes.
Oh, absolutely. I love seeing other people's pictures. I think that looks, I'm trying to do it up, you know, again, it's that over the edge, but I think that's worked out okay. And then now what we've got is, we've got the inner part, so that inner panel. We've got the second layer, so let me just hold this up for a second so I can show you. So we've got the inner panel, we've got the second layer, the third layer, and then lastly, and all that does is that all folds up, lovely and neatly, and then you put your box lid on. Now when you take that off, and I'll do it again, let's turn it that way so you can see it, but this is your exploding box done to a T. Now all we're going to do now, Ben, is we're going to do the middle centre box, and then we're going to work on those extra elements that we've got, the twist and pop, we've got the slider mechanical part, and we've got the waterfall one as well, which we're going to add, and then we'll decorate at the very end with all our pictures.
This is awesome. I'm loving this. Linny says, that paper is beautiful. However, missed this pad. Is the pad of the show today. Yet you're getting both of the pads within the collection. You've got the traditional florals, and then you've got your contemporary watercolour as well. Those are included with the collection. You're getting those for free within the collection today. You can buy them individually should you want to, but you get them as freebies within the collection today. I will go through those in more detail for you in just a bit, but Linny, yes, they are amazing. Monkey Head Bonkers. Hello, Monkey Head Bonkers. Literally one of my favourite names. My first HSN package just arrived with my CC stuff. I didn't expect it today. I am so excited. And Astrid Craft on Facebook just saying, this is looking fantastic. Debbie. Valerie's just saying, can you verify which glue Debbie is using? I think it is the Collal and not the tacky. It's the Collal all-purpose is what she was using on top of the red liner tape, as you were just seeing in that last demo there. Right, I think we'll come back to this in just a second, but we were chatting about the craft along, weren't we, which is happening on Wednesday. That's tomorrow, isn't it? Tomorrow, yeah. So for those of you who are asking about the craft along, here's the list that you will need. So let's just quickly show you everything that you'll need for the craft along tomorrow, the vintage diary. So full list for you there. So you either need your Gemini, your Junior or your Midi, your full vintage diary collection, the vintage diary 12x12 paper pad, the vintage diary vellum, your Scoremaster, your guillotine, your all-purpose glue, your 3D glue gel, and your tape pen. You will also need your Harmony Water Reactive ink pad in the Fryer Brown, your Harmony Opaque Pigment ink pad in the Jet Black, and your Envelobox Creator. Some additional elements that you will want to add into your crafty stash as well if you want to take part in this: your matte gold cardstock, your vintage diary 12x12 paper pad, your vintage diary Key to My Heart metal die, the feathered quill metal die from the Vintage Diary collection, and then the Vintage Diary tags and banners metal die. Hopefully that is helpful for you. If we whiz through that too quickly, of course, you can just go back and pause to write it all down. So you've got it all ready for tomorrow, and that will be at 3 o'clock UK time, 10 o'clock East Coast, 8 a.m. West Coast. Right, before we go back, 50% of the stock of this has gone. It's one of those days where I'm surprised because I know how much stock we've got, but I'm also not surprised because the deal on this is fantastic. Just to quickly show you again, I won't dwell on these too much because I know you just want to see the demos, but just to show you everything that you're going to get with this, so you completely understand how this deal is so good. You're going to get your main concept and lid dies, okay? So this builds the main kind of box itself, and as you saw right at the start of the demo, it builds the main sort of outside box, if you like. Then on top of that, you're going to get your fancy borders metal dies. On top of that, you've got your waterfall mechanism. We'll probably see this in action in just a little bit, but these are all the additional pieces that you can add to the exploding parts of your box. That is included. Then on top of that, you've got your slider mechanism. Again, you can add this to the exploding parts of the box, that one revealing a picture maybe underneath, whatever it might be, that is also included. Then you've got your twist and pop mechanism. Absolutely brilliant is this for popping your little pictures and your photos onto as well. All of the dies that you need to be able to do that included, and then you've got little tags and banners as well to decorate the box even further. So all of that is the metal and the construction and the fun bits as far as the main box is concerned. That is what you're paying for. But then you're also getting on top of that all of these that you are not paying for. You're going to get the mini box and the lid template. So this we haven't got yet to, but this is for the inside box, the mini box, where you're going to pop in your Rolo, for example, or your ring, if you want to be really romantic. But then on top of that, your happy sentiment, so a stamp set which you're not paying for. This again, really great because you've got all of these different sentiments, hello, wishing, happy and welcome, and then lots of other little mini sentiments so you can make up your own sentiments. And then this is where it kind of hits home really. You're thinking, well, that's a great deal. I'll get the paper pads separately then, do I? No, they're included in the deal. So you're going to get your traditional florals, gorgeous in here. Again, as we've already touched on, you've got 4 pages of your die cut toppers in the back there. So these just pop out, whether you're wanting to embellish your boxes or save these for something else, it's entirely up to you. You've got, again, little sentiments in there, little tags, absolutely gorgeous, and the papers are equally as gorgeous. Double-sided, will work perfectly to decorate your boxes, but again, you'll find loads of other ways to use these with your other crafty projects. That is pad number 1, 40 sheets, and your traditional florals. Then you're also going to get your contemporary watercolour as a freebie. Once again, back 4 pages here of your die cut toppers, so hearts and little tags and florals and so much more included there. Look at those, absolutely gorgeous. Like little stamps, aren't they, almost, those little flowers. More sentiments, and then all of these gorgeous pages of kind of your watercolours, your florals, your block patterns. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love the stripes on there as well. Look at the kind of watercolour detailing on the back. It is gorgeous. Yeah, do you know what? We chatted about this yesterday, actually, with a lot of our double-sided pads at the moment. You normally think like, oh, we got your A side, haven't you? And then you got your B side, which isn't so good. But with our pads, you've got double A side, really, because whichever side you go for, you've got absolute gorgeousness. So it's a good job that we give you 40 sheets within these, and amazing that we're giving you those for free. Everything I know, Johnny, what are we doing? Everything I've just shown you, $79.95, $96.79, best priced yet. You're saving what, almost £49, over $61, and then you can take your platinum membership off that as well, $63.96 or $77.57. It's just unbelievable that you get all of those goodies for free. Just amazing. And again, just a few more finished samples here. We're going to go with Debbie in just a few moments' time. Or what's inside the box? What have they left for me? Oh, nothing. Story of my life. Story of my life. But again, I love the fact that you can decorate this to exactly the specification that you want it to be. You know, you can make it as over the top as you want it to be. You can, you know, make it as kind of laid back as you want it to be. Let's just do one more here again. But look at all the decoration. Look at all of the beautiful detailing of the paper and the tag on there as well. As we open this one up, look at that. Again, just jam-packed full of interest. There's your sliders in there. I won't pull these yet because Debbie's going to be showing us these in more detail in just a second. But let's have a look what's inside this little box. What have they left for me in there? Oh, little tag. Look, just I was hoping it was going to be a Rolo, but no, just for you with love. Well, that's rather nice. But the whole point is decorate them to whatever specification you want. You can use them for whatever occasion. You can use them for whoever it might be, and you can pop in the box whatever you want to be in there. Let us now go over to Debbie. I'm just having a look in there, see if there's anything else, but I think that is it. Yeah, that is it. Hopefully, once Debbie's constructed her box, she'll put something nice in the central box. You got any plans for what you're going to put in your box when you finished it?
Oh, might fill it with some sweeties or chocolates or something like that.
Now you're talking.
Something nice and edible, absolutely.
Yes.
Now then, shall we do the twist and the pop?
Yes.
So again, you've got everything that you need to your fingertips to be able to create all these extra little bits. I mean, this is an optional thing, Ben. These could be used in, like, you know, lots of other ways. I mean, you could use your exploding box and just fill it with pictures.
Yeah.
You've got that main part done, but this now is the extra bits, and I love these. So these are those extra fun, extra elements. So this is the exploding box twist and pop mechanical bits. So I've already put mine through a machine, and I'll talk about this in a minute. But you again don't have to worry, because guess what we've popped in here for you? You've got all of your step-by-step instruction and those written and pictures, so that enables you to put this together. So I'm going to start with the basis. So what it tells you here to start with, to create the little part of the flap that goes into your card. So when we're popping this into your box, this is the little extra bit that you want to add. So this one tells you to measure this at 6.7 inches by 3 inches. And again, we've got it in centimetres, so it's 17 centimetres by 7.5 centimetres, and score it down the middle. And it does say, as shown, which I just think is absolutely fab. So you just pop that down there to create that outer part. And then you can do the decoration in a moment, because we'll show you that bit, but we want to put this all together. The next two pieces, this is when you've got this die set. Now this one cuts out that little twisty function on the inside of your twist and pop.
Yeah.
And when you run it through your machine, you literally pop that through onto some white card or whatever chosen cardstock, run that through, and what that does is it gives you score lines in the centre and then this crisscross mechanism, and we'll come back to that in a second, because there is another piece on there as well, which, I mean, we talk about another piece, you've got all these extra bits that do all the extra little fun bit of decorating the inside of your twist and pop as well. So this part is, again, run it through your chosen cardstock. I've used the white stamping card again, but what about Centura Pearl? It looked absolutely amazing on Centura Pearl. Great construction as well. What about black cardstock? Lots of different ways you can use this. And when you take this out, Ben, this one then creates your die cut element and the score elements again. So you'll end up, and I'll just move that to one side for a second, you'll end up with these three pieces that are going to form your twist and pop. So this one we're going to fold upwards. Now I do say, and I know that the guys will agree with me on this one, burnish.
Yeah.
Burnish, burnish, burnish. You want crisp lines every single time, because it'll make a difference when you are doing that twist and pop mechanical part again, over and over again. Oh, I nearly got it. So that one's going up like a mountain, and these two pieces are going to fold on the inner part as well. So you'll end up, and I'll show you, I've got glue everywhere. Do you know, I should really wipe my mat down as I'm going along.
Nah, it's half the fun, isn't it? Crafty messy.
But what you'll end up with is this shape. So this part is that middle bit that's going to come out. It's going to pop out. But what we need is this bit to make this part work. So with that said, I am going to use these score lines. And again, it's all about, Ben, making sure crisp score lines. So burnish those score lines. It will make such a difference, believe you me. And again, you've got all these step-by-step pieces in here, but again, you'll see now, let me just show you that you can see those lines coming together. And then we've got that center part as well. So I'm just going to fold that into, and whether it means you going over these in, you know, inside or outside, it's entirely up to you, but I prefer to do it where I crossed it over, flipped it, reversed it, turned it back in on itself, make sure all the time you've got those burnish lines, and then folded it in the middle as well. And again, this is just the bit that will make all the difference when it comes to popping this mechanical bit together. So now what you'll end up with is this lovely little house feature. Now when it folds in, so as you can see, and that's why I do that, where I fold it, I turn it over, I fold it, and then I bring it in. So I hope that made sense, and I hope that's just showing you there again, just helped. But it does make a difference on getting these fold parts right. And when you bring it in, you pinch these two pieces and you bring that down on itself, and it makes that little bit just easier. So I'm just going to repeat that again, Ben, because I know this is the bit that people find tricky. You fold it in, burnish, turn it over, fold it in, burnish, and then bring it into the centre part. I think that was quite nice and clear, weren't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yep, and then you fold that in and bring that down. Now this bit is important because when you bring it down, you can see it curls in.
Yes.
You need to just pull that out, and this is the bit that I know makes such a difference. You're going to go back over all those score lines. You want that crisp. But I have pulled those legs apart, so to speak. So it just sounds...
You're all right.
But it just makes a difference, Ben. It makes such a difference. So now you can see that I haven't got anything folded, that those bits haven't crossed over.
Yeah.
It's kept it really nice. And again, I've burnished on the other side as well.
Yes.
It makes a massive difference when putting this together. Now, I'm just going to talk to this about this little bit. It's like a bit of a cradle. Can you see how I've got it? Like a little bit of a cradle there. Yeah. I'm going to bring in this bit. So going back to this bit, which is the inside part, this is the bit you're going to spread. And you're going to make sure that this middle line folds in the middle. Now, I'm just going to explain that for a second. Fold it back over. I want that middle line to be in point with that middle part there. And this is, again, it's all that difference about those score lines. When it comes to gluing it though, Ben, and I'm just going to show you, I'm going to bring this back on itself. Just for a second. So I know that I'm in the centre, so I'm not going to move it. I'm going to keep that there. That middle line is in the centre point. I'm going to pop that bit out and fold that bit over, because this is the part. And again, I'm just going to bring these instructions in. It tells you where to glue. Put a little cross. Yeah. So I'm just going to show you mine. Cross and cross, because that's where your glue's going to go, so that you can see there it absolutely matches there. And again, making sure you've got it on that cradle part when you're doing it, and honestly it makes a massive difference. And again, I'm just going to glue. Red liner tape will work. I want to make sure though, so I'm going back into that middle, making sure that that line is in the middle, popping that down and just burnishing that part. Then I'm going to fold this over again. I'm going to make sure I've got a nice crisp line again. I'm going to fold this bit back on itself, and then this is that bottom cross, so it's just going there, the glue. So I'm going to use my tape pen, and then I'm going to fold that out. And then what you've got now is that lovely twist and pop mechanism ready to go on. So I'm going to do the decorating part now, Ben, and then we're going to pop that into the middle of its card, okay? So let me just talk about these for a second though. You've got all these lovely features here. Now, I've taken some of that beautiful cardstock again. These are going to be on the inner part of my twist and pop. Yeah. And I've also got, I thought I had 3 pieces. What have I done? I thought oh, of course you haven't. You only need 3 pieces, Debbie, because that bit's sticking onto the flap. Dear me.
That'll be why.
Do remember, Debbie, why you did this.
Come on, Debbie.
Come on, girl. So again, I'm just going to use a bit of wet liner. Wet liner? That's not wet liner. That's a new one. I've just, a new adhesive, a wet liner. I'm just going to use my wet glue to get this into place. And again, if you're thinking about your matting and layering, just take into equation what that panel is. Now that panel is a 3 inches by 3 1/4. So I've just taken 1/4 off either side to create my inside panel, okay? So again, I'm just going to pop this on, Ben. It makes a massive difference when you're using wet glue as well, because it just gives you that manoeuvrability.
Good.
Is that the right word?
That is it.
Fabulous,
I tell you what,
fabulous.
Debbie, there's lots of love for your demos today.
Oh,
There's
that's
so
very
many
kind.
comments coming. Lena just saying, joining late today, just in time to see Debbie make a masterpiece. Shaddai saying, loving your choice of papers. Debbie, the box is coming on good. I hope I get mine today so I can play along, says Kathy. Well, get it, Kathy. Best ever time to get it. It's the best price and you get all those freebies. I'll recap on it in just a bit for you. Linny saying, thanks, Ben. I try not to shop whilst watching, but please excuse me whilst I head to the shop for a few minutes. You're excused, Linny. Love the watercolour pad. Barbara says, loving the box. Love the contemporary watercolour paper, says Karen. I ordered that yesterday when I put in a big order. Rose has just said, wowzers, awesomeness. Great demos as usual, says Jerry. Debbie explains things so completely. Thank you, Debbie, says Diana. And Shaddai just saying, thank you, Debbie, for being thorough. When I watch your demos, I always remember and understand clearly.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I mean, we do all the hard work, though. You know, I'm saying we, the royal we again, Leanne and the team, do all the hard work. They make it out. We're just here to show you how easy it is to put them together. And I think sometimes, you know, we can be all guilty of it. We have to rush around sometimes, just depending on times and things like that. But I think what I did say to producer Johnny at the beginning, I wanted to strip this back and do each stage rather than rushing 2 or 3 completed boxes.
That's it.
I wanted to show you step by step on how you're going to put all this together. So as you can see, I'm decorating my middle panel because this is the bit that's going to stick in the middle.
Yeah.
This is the bit that's going to twist out. So I just want to make sure I've got all these bits right. And if you're wondering how I've got those panels, look at all this. You've got all this lovely wealth of all these dies to be able to create all these panels perfectly. And with that said, I've created myself 2 little pictures, and I've got one of myself and one of our lovely Jan that I'm just going to stick in here. So I'm going to put Jan on this side. I'll pop her there, and then myself on this side. And then I'm going to frame it. So imagine this being your loved ones of your little grandkids, or I mean, just honestly, what else could you put in here, Ben? Who else could you get in here?
I was just saying, like, we were chatting about this earlier on because Craig was getting all romantic, wasn't he? Talking about putting like a ring in the box. But you know, you could put in little pictures of you and your other half, wife or husband to be, couldn't you? Little pictures you could get framed up in there. You could use it as a little box for someone's birthday. I love the idea as well. A few of you said that you're going to put these boxes together for grandchildren.
Yep.
You know, so you can kind of have them as little memory boxes. You know, of what they've done during that year, photos in there, and then maybe putting in the inside box something specific from that particular year, maybe. I think that's quite a nice idea. Somebody mentioned earlier on, there's been so many comments, I've lost track just a little bit, but somebody mentioned that they were going to make this up. Let me see if I can find it. And pop in a puzzle inside the box, so like an extravagant kind of like puzzle box you can have in there. Maybe
I like that.
Maybe some clues to the puzzle, like you know, scattered around on the twist and pop and the waterfall pool there as well. I don't know. There's so many different things that you can do, and it seems that like lots of you have got all of this covered. Mandy Doodlehands has just asked, did I hear you say that it doesn't all go through a smaller machine? You'll need the larger machine, won't you, Debbie?
For the box lid.
The box lid.
Yeah, it's just slightly bigger than 6 inches, so for the mouth of the machine. So for the box lid, you will need your bigger machine for that. And I honestly don't try and squeeze it through your Gemini Junior, because you'll probably just do the plates and damage. Right, so Ben, I've got all my little bits, all my little
look at you too. Look at that.
All decorated up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pop it inside the flap. Now I'm making sure that when this comes out, I've got my pictures going the right way, and that means because that bit's going to stick inside my box. So what I'm going to do now, Ben, is I'm actually going to use, let's use our tape pen for this. So I'm going to glue the top part there. Now, you're probably thinking, why aren't you gluing the other side? I'll talk about that in a minute.
Why aren't you gluing the other side?
Well, I'm just doing it one by one. I just think it makes it a little bit easier. And again, all I'm going to do is take that pinpoint up there, so that little house roof part, so to speak. I'm going to take it to that first line. I'm going to hold that down and just give that a little burnish. Flip it over. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with the other panel. Again, you could be using red liner tape for this bit. And then you're going to pop that down, pop that out. And are you ready, Ben? So when you open it up,
here we go. Yay!
And can I tell you why it's popping out nice and neatly?
Because you burnished it so well.
Burnished it so well. It is the trick to that mechanical part. So I'm going to bring my box back in because we can get ready to put that on. Which panel are we going to put it on?
Where's it going to go?
I think I'm going to put it on there. So this bit here, I'm going to actually, because I want it to stay stuck down as well. And this is a bit of construction. So again, finger lift tape will work.
Have you been using the same red liner tape all the way through? Because Roberta has been asking, what size of red liner tape have you been using? That's obviously the thickest.
This one is the thickest, which is the, I think this is the, no, let me go some.
Is it 12 mil?
Well, I call it a 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
No, 1/2 an inch, sorry. So what is 1/2 an inch?
Oh.
I'm going to let you deal with that one, Ben, because I'm rubbish at all that sort of stuff.
I'm not very good at conversions either. 1/2 an
well,
inch,
can I just tell you, I've got lots in here. I've got thick, I've got thin. Honestly,
12 mil. It is 12
mil. Is it 12 mil?
And we've got the 12 mil and the 3 mil available on the website. We had the bundles of those, but they sold out, unfortunately. But you can get individuals of the 3 mil and the 12 mil. And I want to say do you get 10 metres on a roll? I want to say that you do.
Is that what it is?
I want to say that you do. We'll double check that. I might just be plucking a number out of the air. But
I'm going to use me little tip with me glue just over the top because it's going to go on this inside panel. But you could choose which panel, actually. To be fair, you could choose whichever panel. I prefer the inner panel because it's the last bit that you actually see. So I'm going to line that up and I'm going to centralise that again. So make sure I've got that nice and neatly there. I'm going to line that up. I'm going to just have a little bit of a lip there. Can you see?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to make sure that that is stuck down and burnished. But when you got now, I've got this bottom flap here.
Yes.
There we go.
It's
so
the
that
Debbie
is
the
that is the twist and pop mechanical part.
Yes.
Mechanical part all worked
Love
out
it.
to perfection.
Absolutely brilliant. Are you loving this show? I think this is one of my most favourite shows I've done in ages. I'm loving this. Following it step by step by step by step. You are absolutely loving it. These are flying out the door as well. We're almost at 60% of the stock gone. There's never been a better time to buy it because you're getting all of the freebies. You're getting an absolute stunner of a deal here. Linny just saying, I love the twist and pop. I just did a card for a 2-year-old with the monkey penny slider, the cheeky monkey, and pics of him inside on a twist and pop. He's still playing with it a week past his birthday. That's the thing as well, isn't it? With a gift like this, you know, especially if you're giving it to the kids, they will just keep playing with it. All the different mechanisms in there, they're going to absolutely love. Lovely demo, Debbie says, Val Lloyd, I now know what I did wrong with my twist and pop. Might help if I read the instructions. Nah, Val, don't worry about that. Debbie's read the instructions for you, and now you can just follow what she did when you watch this back by subscribing to us on YouTube. You've got it there whenever you want it. Debbie's the best teacher, says Kathy. We love her. But Sarah's does have a great team. We love you too, Ben. Thank you, Kathy. Lots of love to you. Bren W747 says, I think Debbie's wonderful sense of humour helps me remember and gives me quite a giggle when I work on projects that she teaches. Aisha's loving the photos. Patty on Facebook says, I need the mint coloured papers. Hopefully they're still available when I order next. They match my craft room colours. I could take a whole pack of just those patterns. Gorgeous. Mary Pat says, love it. Patty says, Ben, you need the conversion app on your table. I have it, on your tablet. I have it on my phone because I can never remember. That's a good suggestion, actually. I might do that, Patty, for next time. And Shadai saying, this is my favourite show for the day. Don't forget, we are back later on, myself and Debbie, for launch day, 7 o'clock this evening, 2 o'clock East Coast, 12 p.m. West Coast, and we're looking forward to that. More details on that to come in just a little while. But let's have a look at some of your boxes that you've been making. Exploding boxes. Look at Melissa's. I love the colours there, Melissa. Here we go. And then when we open it... And when we open it... I'm not in the box. Hey, a bed in the box. There we go. Look at that. And then you've got all of is that family photos inside there? It is. Absolutely love that. And then you've got the little box that's gone inside there as well. That is brilliant. I love that so much. Melissa, thank you for sending that. And there's the inner box, which we're going to come to in just a little bit. Oh, wow. Thank you for sending those in. I love the fact that you're loving playing with these so much. Gilmore just saying, hi everyone, been listening and glancing over. Love how this box is coming together. Do you want a quick look at the deal again before we go back to Debbie? Should we do that? Or are you ready for me, Debbie?
No, you quickly run on that deal, I'm fine.
All right, quickly, just to show you what you're getting. I won't dwell on this too much because I know Debbie has got so much more to show you and I can't believe we've got about 20 minutes to go. So, quickly. Right, so you're going to get, in this collection, all of your metal. So your main concept and lid dies. So that's everything which completes the actual box itself, the outer box. Then, that's that lot there cut out for you, all right? And you've got all of the embellishments to go with it. Then, on top of that, you've got your metal mechanisms. Remember that TV show, Metal Mickey? Anyway, just maybe came into my head when I said metal mechanisms. Then you've got your twist and pop. So we've just seen that pop together, seen how easy it is to do. That is included. And then you get all of the little frames as well. Those are the frames there which Debbie used on her photos with herself and Jan. Then you've got the slider mechanism. Look. Nice and easy to do. All the dies to give you that mechanism to pop another little picture under. That's included. On top of that, your waterfall mechanism. How cool is this? Look, if I just hold it like that, and then you can see that one flicking through. So you can, again, pop more pictures on there. All the dies you need to be able to create that. And then on top of that, you've got those fancy borders. So that's all of the metal that you're going to get. Great price, right? $79.95 or $96.79. Awesome deal. We're going to give you a load of free stuff on top of that. You want happy sentiments? We got the happiest sentiments around. Take a look here. Welcome, hello, wishing happy. So you've got lots of other smaller sentiments there so you can make your own sentiments and sentences. That's included. You're not paying for it though, nor are you paying for the mini box and lid template either. That comes to you as part of this deal. That is the inside little box, of course. So we'll show you that hopefully before the end of the show. That's a template for that. And then if you think, well, that's great, 2 freebies, you get the paper pads for free as well. You're going to get your contemporary watercolor, 4 sheets of toppers in the back, die cut elements, and then all of these glorious papers included in there, double-sided. I mean, that is just an absolutely gorgeous paper pad that you're getting. And then also for free, your traditional florals, again, 4 pages of toppers and sentiments and little stamped elements in there as well, which just pop out. And then you've got your double-sided papers included as well. 2 really different paper pads with some gorgeous patterns on, but I think you're going to absolutely love the fact that these come with the bundle and the fact that you're getting everything that I've just shown you plus the paper pads for that price there. That's why we're over 60% of the stock gone. It is flying. It is going. You're saving almost £50, over $61 today. Don't miss out on this deal. It is tremendous. And the great thing is, again, is that if you've already got this, you've now got this show to refer back to. And if we have been going perhaps at a little bit of a quicker pace for you to follow along, you can watch this show back on Facebook, on YouTube. Best thing to do is go to YouTube, subscribe, and you can make your own playlist and watch this show back at your leisure. We are into the final 20 minutes. So we are going to see what else we can add to this box. So we've got our twist and pop mechanism inside there. What are we going to do next, Debbie?
I'm going to do the fun one. I love this one, the slider one. It's so cute. It's such a cute one, this one. And again, you've got all the metal dies to do the hard work for you. So with this in mind, and again, step-by-step instructions, so it does tell you how to put this together, Ben. It really, really is very, very easy to do. So again, I've got my die, so I'm going to place this in, and what you're going to do is pop that down, and then cut it out with your machine. You're going to do the same with this, so you're going to cut yourself a separate tag, because this is the tag that goes underneath. Cut those out, and what you'll end up with, just for a second, because I really do need to speed this up, as Toad Buxford would say.
You have got to speed it
exactly,
up.
I've got to try and speed this up now. So what you've got now is that mechanical part again.
Yeah.
That's your tag, and what you're going to do with your tag is just add a little bit of ribbon through there, and I am just literally just going to speed this up by adding a quick piece of ribbon through there, but again, it's just that little extra touch to this. So again, let me just fasten that on, Ben. Fingers and my nails, and I'm saying I can craft, and then she's getting all fingers and thumbs and can't do it now. But there we've got my little tag, that's with its ribbon through, and then we're going to connect the pieces together to the tag to create that slider part. So with that said, can you see here these folds? You've got the fold line there. take that in. What you need to do is when you're folding these, again, your bone folder got to be an absolute tool that you need to have. Again, it's all down to those burnishing marks. So again, all you're going to do is fold this in. So the way that you need to do this, and if I just turn that to the side so you can see it, you fold it up. You've got that mounted in the middle, the valley on this part and the valley on this part, so that you can see there. So that creates that slider element, so that when you pull it up, there you go, you've got that slider working. And then this is the bit that's going to slide to do the reveal. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of red liner tape, because the only part here is I need a bit of red liner tape on this bottom tab. And did you say that we got the thin one in?
We have got the thin one in, a 3mm and a 12mm, but they're only available individually.
Only, that's fine, that's absolutely fine, although Debbie can't find her end. Where's it gone? Oh, and I was saying about my nails, of course I can craft on my nails, it's fine.
You got it?
I've got it.
Oh, good.
I've got it. I've got it. So again, I'm just going to pop my red liner tape just onto there. So let's just pop that down. Let's take away that piece. And then I'm going to just now attach that to the bottom part of this tag here. So again, I'm just going to place that. Oops. Perhaps I didn't adhere that down properly, Ben.
Oh, has the whole lot come off?
The whole lot has come off. Oh. Let me just pop that. I really should have burnished over top. That wouldn't have happened. Plus, I'm always a little bit like a Band-Aid kind of girl. I rip it off.
A what?
Do you know where your Band-Aid? Plasters.
Oh, your plaster.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
With the plaster, I don't take them off gently.
Oh, no.
I do it quick.
I have to do that. I've got really hairy legs. So if you take them off slow, it just the pain's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to do is that bottom tab is going to connect.
Sorry about that.
It's all right, Ben. I just had you have a vision in your head. I'm like, I've got that vision in my head now. So I'm just lining that up with the bottom. Before I actually commit, I'm just going to make sure it's right in the place, because when it pulls it up now, that pulls up. So you can see that slider motion pulls that up. Can you see there?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. So what we're just going to do now is decorate these couple of little panels, and let's just pop a little, I'll use this paper again. And I am using matching papers here, and again, I'm just taking a little slither. And also I've done it measurement-wise is just taken the measurement from those panels and taken a small slither off either end, 1/4 of an inch normally. But can you see now, Ben, how that creates that lovely effect?
Wow.
But what we're going to do is, let's pop it, let me bring my box back in, Ben. Let's bring us box back in.
Yep.
Because I want to put a picture.
Oh, yeah. Who's in that picture?
Is it a little picture?
What are you doing?
Well, it was when we were down at Create and Craft on our 15th birthday celebrations.
Oh, yeah.
And they made us a beautiful cake with all our Geminis on. And I wanted to take a bite out of it. But I didn't know if it were a real cake or not a real cake. So I decided not to take a bite.
They're not usually real ones down there.
Well, that's what I decided. I thought, I ain't taking a bite out of it.
I had a run-in with a fake marmalade sandwich down there a few years ago. I don't want to talk about it.
So what we're going to do now is pop his picture underneath, and then it slides, that reveal. So what I'm just doing, Ben, is I'm going to pop my tape. Again, take care. The only places you want tape on are just round the sides. Get your picture into place. I'm going to use me all-purpose, that wiggle, just to make sure. I think we're drying up.
Oh.
I think it's gone hot in between my stages.
Yeah.
And between me using it, it's dried up.
Well,
not to worry.
Oh, whilst you're just resticking, there's loads of comments. We're so busy. Honestly, this is flying out the door. It's absolutely going. Monkey Head Bonkers has said, I watched Sarah's Facebook Lives today, saw you guys getting ready for the show. Fantastic price for this collection, says Valerie. Will says, I've received happy mail today. What did you get, Will? What did you get? I want to know what you got. Came home to 2 parcels today, says Jane. What did you get, Jane? I want to know. And Gilmore says, Ben, you need to be on CTV more now that your holidays are over. Oh, we miss you. Here's the funny thing is that I'm only in, this is my last day, I'll go home now, I'm not back till Sunday.
Yeah, what?
Well, because at the minute I'm sort of part-time. You'll be seeing more of me probably from August, I would say, about August time. Say no more.
Are you giving us a little sneaky peek there, Ben?
Well, yeah, I might be doing a few more days here and there. But at the minute I'm only sort of part-time in it, so 3 days a week. And because my holidays sort of overlap different shifts, it only means I've had 6 days off, come back for 2, then got 5 days off again. It's a hard life being me.
Hey, Ben, I'm glad we're going to be seeing more of you, my lovely.
Thanks. I love it up here. You guys are the best.
I know.
You guys are the best.
All I'm doing, Ben, is I'm chopping my ribbon down. What I've done now is I've connected. I put my glue just round the outside frame. But what you've got now, if I just turn it this way so I can show you, what you've got now is that lovely reveal slider mechanism, which I just think looks absolutely. It's that fun factor again, Ben. It's that fun factor where you've got that, and it can be a picture of any one of your loved ones on there. So we've got our twist and pop mechanical part.
Yes.
We've got we've got our little slider part. One had a few photos on those, so I've got little photos going off. So let's pop a little photo of me and our Debs.
I love the fact you got all the photos of you and your faves going
It's
in
all
here.
of course.
All your besties.
All my crafty besties up here, absolutely. Got our lovely Craig. Let's have our lovely Craig on this end. So again, it's just, what are you going to fill your box? What are you going to decorate your box up with? It really is, you know, one of those. I just love these. I think they're absolutely fun. I've got another one of all the team here. So I've got Debs and me there. That. Let's pop this under here. So I'll pop that one under that bit. But again, it's just a case of decorating this up, and I'm going to try and squeeze in, if I can, the waterfall mechanical part.
Yep.
So I'm going to need a couple of minutes, Ben, just to get ready for that. All right, love.
Yeah. I tell you what, never mind demo of the day. I mean, I don't know what Debbie's got up her sleeve for later on. By the way, a launch party later. Of course, we've got the layering stamps, the textured layering stamps, the letters from the Heart collection. All I will say is, just stand by. All right, make sure you join us at 7 o'clock. I'm promising nothing, but stand by. It did sell out, but fingers crossed. What I will also say is the comments coming in for this show, amazing. Yes, what I was going to say, demo of the day later on, of course, you'll be voting for. This has got, I don't know what Debbie's going to be making in the next show, but this is, for what this is, right, and for the way Debbie's gone, I'm singing your praises over here, for the way Debbie has gone through this step by step by step by step and put it together over the course of the last 2 hours, I'm going to be voting on Sunday. I'm here, aren't I? I'm here. I'll be pushing for this one on Sunday. Unbelievable. But this is the kind of thing that you can achieve. And what I love most about this is that we love doing the quick crafts, don't we? We love it when we can pop those cards together nice and quickly and nice and swiftly. I love the fact that this is more of a project, something which you can take your time over, come back to this video, come back to this show and watch it in your own time, put those bits and pieces together and craft it up, put in it whatever you want to be in it, put in those pictures, who are you going to be making it for, what occasion are you going to be making it for. There's just so many possibilities with the Exploding Box collection. The fact that you're getting it today at this amazing price. If you have got it in your basket now, check it out, because we knew it would be busy, but I don't think we expected it to be as busy as it is. Hugely busy right now for this collection. So let us quickly finish up. Oh, Debbie's not quite ready. I can read a few more comments here. Rose is saying, loving the colours on the box. Kay says, hi everyone, happy to see you all here. Hi Debbie and Ben, that demo is fantastic. Oh, Will, you just let me know what you got in your crafty package today. Good. I got all the paintbrushes that CC have. Nice. Good work, good work. Jane saying, oh, this is what Jane got as well. I'm so nosy, aren't I? Thank you for telling me. You could have just told me to naff off. Mind your own business, Moseby. Get out of it. Jane says, the penny sliders kit, adhesive collection and flower forming collection too. What are you after?
I'm after my board a minute. I'm just going to pinch my board.
Oh, you're all right. That's all right. Don't worry about it. And I love the fact that Debbie was sort of like sneaking in. If it was Sarah, she just comes barging in here, pushes you out of the way. Tell you what. Rosalind says Debbie's laugh is so cute. And I'll tell you what. Just before we move on, something else that we've got on the show that we've not even touched on, because you've been loving the Exploding Box collection so much. Your cuttable, layerable sentiments collection, your layerable, cuttable sentiments collection. This is great. You saw a sneak peek of some of these earlier on Wake Up Call with Craig, but basically you get the die to be able to create the layer, the base layer, if you like, and then you can pop in all of the other added bits and pieces as well to build up your sentiments. So in here you've got thanks a bunch, you've got family, a day to remember, you make my heart happy, it's your birthday, let's party, hip hip hooray, and just for you. Plus, you've also got Home is Where the Heart Is. On top of that, you're also going to get your 50 sheets of matte cardstock in the Everyday Brights, 12 by 12, 180 GSM. That is, again, a phenomenal buy. £60, $75, comes down to £48, doesn't it? Yeah, or $60 if you're shopping with us in the US. So worth having a little think about. If you want to grab that today. We've literally got 6 minutes to go. You won't obviously need to vote on the demo of the show because it's going to be this box. That makes us know that we're sort of cutting this quite fine. So let's go back over to Debbie. Don't panic. If you can't get it done, don't worry. But do you reckon you can?
Like, how many minutes?
6.
How many minutes? No way. Where the heck did that time go? Right. Well, I'm so glad I've got one pre-prepped for this one because I didn't know how we were going to get this one in. So this is the waterfall. And you know, I've not even done my middle box, but like I said, we've got one already made up, so to speak. But you've got this lovely mechanical part for your waterfall card. So on here, you've got this lovely die that you're going to cut out, and then it creates this part here, Ben, which again is where we're going to just do all that lovely decoration. And this is when you kind of need to cut yourself a few little pieces. Now I say cut yourself a few little pieces. You're just going to work out the size of your photos to where you're going to put these. So I've got pictures of myself when I were at my favourites, but kind of cut my picture off it with giraffes. I went to Yorkshire Wildlife Park. I absolutely love it, and there was some giraffes there. It's just beautiful.
Where's that? Yorkshire Wildlife Park?
In Yorkshire.
And whereabouts though?
Don't know.
Oh, somewhere in Yorkshire.
Well, I just put the postcode into the sat nav, you see, and my car just took me.
Yeah, good.
Just by magic,
Yeah.
just took me.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely beautiful. If you get a chance, actually they'll be open now, won't they?
Yeah, they will.
So excited.
I know,
Gonna have to
right?
make a trip. Gonna have to make a trip with this one. So I've just chosen some pictures. So Ben,
Your two favourite crafty lads.
But again, don't worry, because it does talk about how to construct it. So from running your waterfall die through there, trimming yourself 3 pieces of card which measure at 2.3 inches by 1.7 inches. That forms your waterfall layers, and then attaching your 3 pieces of card from the step 2 from this part here. Again, it's all pictures on here for you in telling you how to put that together. I'm so sorry I'm going to rush this bit, but I'm just going to have to fast forward it because I've seen the time. But how you put this together creates that lovely mechanical feature.
Yeah.
And again, it's just threading that through. I popped a little bit of ribbon through there. I just wish I'd got more time to be able to talk you through that one. But what I'm going to do, Ben, is I am going to get this in, pop it into my card. Which side shall we go, Ben? Shall we go this side?
Left, yeah.
Let's go this side. So again, when I'm doing this, I am going to use some tape just along here. So I'll pop some tape just onto the edge there, and then I'm going to hold that into place. Bearing in mind, I've only taken it up either side because I don't want to be popping it on any of these parts because I want it to be able to manoeuvre. Like I said, I do apologise about having to rush that little section.
Don't you worry about it.
It's just so you can see that come together.
Yes.
And again, it just literally just put those 2 pieces down there, and then you've got that lovely waterfall feature that's added into the card. And again, I've just popped a little bit of ribbon through there. Make sure that goes on. Now, I'm just going to have to speed this bit up because I can't believe we've run out of time.
No, it's gone so fast.
We have got 2 pieces for the middle box that you use as a template, and I'll just show you what I mean by that, Ben. You take your chosen cardstock, cut it, well, draw around it first, then cut it, put your pencil lines in so that you know where your folding bit, so that's what that'll look. So you're actually putting your score lines in, and I'll just show you with this one as well. Let me just reverse that though, so you can see how to do that one. Draw around the edges, pop your pencil lines all through there, and then you simply use your scoreboard. I'm just going to use my fingers for speed, but you're going to use your pencil lines as a guide as to where all your score lines will go, and it literally folds together. You've even got the flap lines in there, so I'm just going to speed again. I'm just so sorry I'm having to rush this bit, but you just pop that together to create your panel, and I'll just show you what I mean by that. It's got all the pieces that you pop, literally tuck it inside, create your box lid, pop a little bit of ribbon round there, and then you're going to stick that into the middle, or you can keep it loose. It's entirely up to you. Make sure all your elements are flat. Bring this up, And again, all you've now got, and I like I said, I'm so sorry I've had to rush those last two stages. I do feel like I've I should have stopped talking maybe on
I should have shut up a bit more.
certain demos. Let me just get my folded backs back up. Fold and tuck all those bits. What have I done with my box lid? Pop that there over the top. In fact, I'm going to tuck my ribbons just inside for a second. Pop that in. And there you go. You've now got your exploding box, and I'll just shift all those bits out of the way. Lovely box, measures at 4-inch square cube there. And then when you open that up, again, you've got all your bits. What are you going to fill your middle side? I'm going to fill it with lots of sweeties, Ben, of course. But then you've got all your lovely little features, and then just add all your pictures of your loved ones, of your pets, of your grandkids. Who is it that you're going to put in there? But honestly, you're going to adore this collection. You've got everything you need to be able to keep on creating these boxes. What if you do sell your makes? Make them personal, when to anybody that asks you to make something for them, make them personal. You're going to have the time of your life, and it is so simple. Written instructions, picture instructions, Ben. What more can we ask for?
I've been simply mesmerised for 2 hours, says Kerry Velati. Rosalind, Debbie's taught us to do the box from scratch now with the dies. So much fun watching today. Debbie, thank you so much, says Chris. I tried but rolled the direction top to the bottom. It was a big mess. Thanks, now I know one level at a time. Wahoo, I can get mine done. The list goes on and on for the love for Debbie. What a great show. And if you are thinking about buying this, we're at the point now we've got more people watching than we have stock available. So I tell you what, if you all try and check out the end of the show, it is gone. Get it now whilst you can. What a brilliant show. Debbie, thank you so much. Absolutely awesome. Loved it so much. Debbie and I will be back with you in just a little bit. And in case you're wondering what is coming up, have a look at this.
Tuesday night here in the UK means, of course, it's time for launch party. It's crammed full of great stuff. You'll always have an out-of-this-world deal and an incredible Explorers kit. We also have a little look back at a recent launch, and it is going to be that incredible new Sarah Signature Collection, Letters from the Heart. It is absolutely gorgeous, and you guys loved it. So come and get even more inspiration. Then tomorrow, we'll kick things off in style with another wake-up call with Ben and Craig.